Hi guys, thank you so much for staying tuned to my channel. I recently discovered that 19 to 27% of most sales opportunities that most companies get is what they tend to close. And this average is what a lot of big organizations are even working on. However, a lot of sales companies are not even close to this average. So if you're struggling to close more sales, follow me as I take you to strategies that can help you increase your sales and increase your revenue. As a sales professional, one of the things that I discovered is that there are a lot of challenges that you face in trying to close more business. But this is not a challenge because there are a lot of things that you can do to overcome this challenge. So today's video, I'm going to take you through some tips that have helped me to increase sales and close more business as a sales professional. So one of the things that I usually do is understanding the customer's needs. If you need to close more sales, you need to understand the customer's needs. Because not understanding the customer's needs would mean that you are providing them with a solution that they do not want. About 13% of customers often believe that a lot of salespeople don't always take the time to understand their needs. And this is very important because it's like a doctor that needs to diagnose a patient before providing, the treatment that they need. So if you don't diagnose the patient, there's no way you can provide them with the treatments that they need. And so for you to be able to understand the customer's needs, you need to understand the driving factors behind what they want to buy. So for example, there are some customers that just want to buy a product that meets up with their budget and also meets up with the features that they are looking for, but might not be all the features. But there are some customers that are particular about meeting up with the specifications that they need. So when you have those two customers, what you need to understand is that, for example, for the customer that needs to meet up with his budget, no matter how much value you're trying to provide to that customer, what will be at the back of his mind is that, does this meet up with my budget? So you need to look for a solution that meets up with that budget and can meet up to some of the specifications that they are looking for. But for a customer who is keen on the specifications, that is talking about the requirements that they need, you need to focus on that requirement. It means that that kind of a customer can pay any amount for meeting up with the requirements that they need, especially if he has to do it like a regulatory requirement. So you need to ensure that you are providing the solution that meets up to that requirement. So understanding these needs will help you to be able to close more sales. The second thing you need to do is to be able to understand the changing customer behavior. Because we live in a world where customers continue to change their behavior. So you need to continue to also understand those behaviors. So for example, before COVID, I realized that a lot of companies that were providing training services usually provide their services like in a physical environment where they come into your office and they train the staff. But after COVID, when a lot of people could work remotely, there was a need for those companies to begin to also provide virtual trainings. So any company that was able to move into that space and provide virtual training would have been able to get more customers. So if you are in that kind of category and a lot of your customers have started working remotely and you need to evolve your services or your processes, it will often affect how much business you can close. The third thing you need to do is to offer promos and discounts. This is something that helps you to close more sales quickly because a lot of customers or most customers often like promos and they like offers. So if you're launching a new product, you can often offer some discounts that can often enable people to quickly buy those products that you're launching. Another thing you can do is to offer like a bundle package. So if a customer is buying a lot of product from you, it's often good that you offer like a bundle package and give them discount on that bundle. And one of the best ways that I've seen that discount work is to offer percentage discounts rather than a flat number. So for example, if you say you are giving a customer 10% off a particular product, would often be more effective than you saying that you are giving them £5 off. Because that is the way the customer mind works. They believe that with 10%, they'll be getting a lot more value or a lot more discount from you than you mentioned in the figure. The fourth thing you need to do is to master effective communication. So effective communication is the blood life of every conversation or every transaction. If you are not clear about what you are saying to a customer, or if you are not building a close rapport with your customer, a lot of times it often affects the ability of the customer to build trust in you. So being able to build a good interaction with your customer so that they are able to delve or divulge a lot of information to you will help you to be able to close more sales. So one of the things you can do to be able to master effective communication is to build rapport. And you build rapport by actively listening to what your customers are saying. So when you show your customer that you are listening to what they are saying and you are asking them questions that are relevant to what they are saying, then it builds that confidence in that conversation and they are able to divulge a lot more information to you. So this is also very important in closing a sale. Another part of mastering effective communication is your ability to demonstrate product knowledge. So if you're selling to a customer and you're able to demonstrate to the customer that you understand the product that you're trying to sell to them, you often build a lot of credibility in what you're saying. And this is something that as a salesperson you need to put and factor in being able to close more sales. The fifth thing you need to focus on is the ability to innovate against competition. So in every business, one of the things you will always face is competition. And this is one of the things that makes business to also continue to improve. Because without competition, a lot of businesses are not going to innovate or are not going to improve. But in being able to overcome competition, you increase your chance of closing a sale. And how do you overcome competition? One of the things you can do is to continue to understand what your customers want. So I remember a situation where I was trying to sell an equipment to a customer, and the customer had actually spoken to several other people about his needs. One of the things that I discovered was that a lot of the other people were trying to sell the customer a product that was very expensive because they felt that the customer could buy. But what I focused on was to ask the customer what they really wanted. So the equipment that I was going to sell to the customer was going to help them to be able to analyze patient samples of about 8 patients. However, I realized that all the other competitors were trying to sell to them a more expensive equipment because they felt they could pay for it. So when I told the customer that because what you were trying to achieve was for 8 patients, so what you need is something that can meet that number of patients. You don't need anything higher than this. The customer was able to build enough trust in me, and then that gave me the opportunity to close that sale. So oftentimes, for you to be able to win against competition, you have to think about what the competitors are not doing, and then you are able to pitch it to the customer to be able to close the sale. All the strategies that I've mentioned in this video are some of the things that can help you to close more sales. So being able to innovate against your competitor, being able to make effective communication, ability to offer promos and discounts, ability to understand your customers' needs are some of the things that will help you to increase your ability to close more sales. However, by following these tips consistently is what will guarantee more business. If this video has been helpful to you, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so. And if you have used any proven strategy that has worked for you in closing more sales, kindly drop it in the comment below. Thank you so much for staying tuned to today's video. See you next time.